Greetings and salutations, everyone. I'm Ikamek. This is the finale to Let's Play Sly 2 Band of Thieves. In the last episode, we destroyed all of the engines on the blimp, which you'd think would send us crashing to the ground, but it didn't. And more importantly is that it reduced to the power of Clockwork because now she can't drain from their batteries anymore, so we have a chance to stop her. And Carmelita also wants to get in on stopping Clockwork, so...
We need to send Carmelita a radio pulse so she can home in on the blimp. To do that, I'll need you to get on top of 4 very tall towers. They are too big to climb and too tall to jump up normally.
What's this all got to do with this thing you've got me wearing?
It's an experimental mega jump pack. By pressing the R2 button, you'll perform a huge jump, so be careful.
Alright, sounds like fun.
Yeah, this is a very temporary gadget. We only get it for this mission, but I believe that either episodes that you've gotten 100% completion in, or just episodes in general, you can unlock it with cheat codes. But yeah, this is a really good jump, and if you don't mind it having even less use than it already, the Shadow Power gadget having less use than it already has, you could use this to get your hands on all the clue bottles. It's just... you really aren't going to get any chance to use Shadow Power without it. Also, you can't get up this tower, unfortunately. It's just... the way it rotates so quickly, it's not possible. Now, all that said, let's go! We've got a final boss to beat, and to do that we need Carmelita, because she's always been the person who's doing all the work for actually beating the villains. We just soften them up a little for her. It's not a spire jump point anymore, so any sort of movement will send you falling off. Which isn't that good, since you'd much rather use them as a way to paraglide to the next a lot quicker, right? The silent obliteration can glitch out a little bit if you're not careful. Sometimes if there's a really bad slope around, the enemy can actually unintentionally avoid it. But yeah, this is a lot of fun. Unfortunately, it's very overpowered, which is why you never get to use it except in this very mission, this very specific mission. Now let me wonder, does it work from... yes! It does just flat out replace the jump button. Or, well, not replace it, but... you can do it even when you're doing a rail walk, which is something you can't do with the Feral Pounce. One more to go. Can we get to it before the 5-minute mark? Yes!
It looks like Carmelita has picked up on our signal. She's now headed on an intercept course directly for us.
And we lost the jump pack. It vaporized, unfortunately. It was fairly broken, let's be honest. You can just completely bypass every guard in the game. Although, here's the thing. It said, get an experienced tail gunner. But, I don't think Sly's ever done the turrets in this game.
Get down to business. I need an experienced tail gunner. Jump in and grab the gun. We've got a bird to take down.
That's not flirty chit-chat?
I think Sly's the only person who hasn't done any turrets in this game, but I guess he also had all the Mario escorts in the previous game. Anyway, final boss against Clockwork. Yeah, it's a turret mission. You have to beat Clockwork using a turret. Don't forget about the zoom in function. I suppose it is a bit of a... Okay, the pink ones take 2 shots to destroy. Oh, and when her eyes start glowing, focus the bird. I'm really disappointed that it took 2 hits, that I've already taken 2 hits before we get to the proper part of the fight, because uh-oh. Yeah, there's a lot to focus on in this fight. We haven't even gotten halfway. Uh-oh. So the rings, you shoot the sides once, not more, because each shot will invert them, or basically, the rings will home in on you, you can't avoid them, but shooting them will change them from being electric on the inside or the outside. She's moving! It's hard to get these! I think the worst combo is when she does the telekinetics alongside the rings. Because then you've got no time to interrupt the attack. Oh, that's dirty. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the boss that ends me though.
Can't take much more of this.
No kidding! Job failed. If we're gonna lose to anyone, it might as well be the final boss, right? But I am quite annoyed that I lost so much health at the start, because that's the easy part. So, I guess I should point it out, I'm not a fan of this fight, to be honest. It's just, you've got a really good platforming system. Ah, did I just... Okay. Yeah, you've got a great combat system and platforming system, and you decide, yeah, we need turrets. Granted, it's a difficult turret section, but it's still... It's not what the game's been about. The problems really start when you've got multiple, when she starts charging when there's already missiles up. Or even worse, when she fires more missiles when she's doing her energy charging. Because then it's a bit of a fork. You've got to intercept the missiles, but you've also got to stop that energy blast that you cannot avoid any other way. And here comes the rings. I guess part of the trick with the rings is to don't forget about them, but don't let them intimidate you when they're still a far distance away. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that Sly's actually had the least turret missions in this game. I'm pretty sure that was a very close one actually. At the moment I'd say it's more a draw. Oh no, it's the energy ring, energy blast combo.
Clockwork, shoot her! That should get her attention.
We can't take another hit. I didn't realize it was that close.
Sly, we've got a serious problem here. Lagala's looking mighty upset, and I think she's going to take it out on us.
I think that's a visual bug actually. But yeah, not dead yet. Just destroy the entire blimp, no worries about that. I'm sure it's not going to fall on anything important in Paris. And Carmelita's not going to help us at all, she's just going to drop us off. And so we have this little paragliding section. As much as it looks like it... you can actually land these. They'll always move into position for you, but the fall damage here is an insta-kill, so be careful. Also, look at all these parts of the ship.
Hurry up, Sly. This is getting kinda out of hand.
You're telling me. And yes, yet you still can come back here. If you challenge the episode again, the ship will be back in one piece so you can get the shadow power.
Hurry!
Good thing it's not the engine we blew up.
I'll never speed again.
My life is literally flashing before my eyes. Literally.
I should also point out that there's a lot of lines for the descent from Bentley and Murray. I guess we aren't going to get to hear all of them because I do remember one about Bentley needing a paper bag. And Murray apologizing to Bentley because he got that airsick.
You want a piece of me? Don't worry. There's plenty to go around.
You might have a new body, Neela, but you're still the low-down, backstabbing coward we've beaten time and time again. This won't be any different.
Be brave while you can, Cooper. And why not have the immortality from pure hate? But I feel something. Some power growing within me.
At least she stopped flapping a bit. Ow, ow, ow. Uh-oh. Okay, I normally don't struggle this much on this victory lap of all things. I guess that's the part why... Yeah, this is why I suddenly got the victory and wasn't expecting it, because the last 8 bar of HP has to be destroyed like this.
We did it!
Right on!
It's an emotional moment.
Die, insects, die! My hate will smash you.
Watch out! That thing's still kicking.
Lagla mentioned something about a hate chip. It sounded like the source of her power.
If we remove it, she might stop attacking.
Then let's do a little open head surgery. I'll pry open that beak so that Bentley can go to town with his bombs.
Yay! How many times do we have to take you down, Neela? And yes, you can see something strange on the other side before you do this.
The gang. I will find you in your sleep and I will destroy you. You will never know a moment's peace for the rest of your short, miserable lives. The Clockwork will know revenge. I am revenge. I am the Alpha and the Omega. Clockwork!
Aren't you full of yourself? Wait, what? I guess these cables are supposed to be destroyed one at a time, but I always ended up bombing in such a position that it did both at once.
Not to beat me, never!
Sorry to say, but we just kinda did.
Let's get out of here. She's about to explode. Ah! My glasses.
What? Bentley, I'll save you.
Pick me up. I can't walk.
Come on, Sly, let's get out of here.
Okay, but that final moment.
And there we were, at the end of the road. The Claw Gang had been defeated, and the Clockwork parts lay scattered around in heaps. Yet, despite the explosion, they remained pristine. It was as if nothing could ever hurt them. Carmelita cursed herself for showing up too late to get a few shots in on Clockla. So she took it out on what was close at hand, the hate chip. And just like that, it was over. Without that core piece, that essential center of Clockwork, there was nothing left. The parts aged before our eyes as if time had finally caught up with the ancient bird. How ironic that Carmelita, a police officer, would be the one to lift the curse from the Cooper family. The menace of Clockwork would never again rise to threaten me or my children. True to her nature, she informed us that we were all under arrest. But one look at my gang told me that we were in no shape for a fast getaway. So I offered to go peacefully in exchange for letting my friends walk. They'd taken some bruises through all of this, but I was surprised, shocked really, to see them leave their gear behind as they walked away. Their wounds were deeper than I'd imagined. Those guys were hurting. Carmelita's old police unit soon arrived. With me in custody, her name was cleared, and she even got a well-deserved promotion. It was the least I could do. The ride to HQ started with us sitting in silence, trying to read each other's thoughts. As the reality of my capture started to sink in, she began to relax, and we got to talking. We spoke freely about our previous adventures, comparing notes and even getting in a few laughs. Then we started talking about, well, everything. Books, music, art. It was like we were on a first date. She even showed me the bottle she'd been saving for the special occasion of my arrest. My heart sank when she realized that our short flight across town had already taken 2 hours, a fact I kind of clued into after seeing the Eiffel Tower float by 17 times. She went forward to ask the pilot what was up, and it looked like my pals had left me a little going-away present before taking off. Floating away on the night breeze, I could faintly make out Carmelita's voice.
I'll find you, Cooper! I'll be seeing you soon, Ringtail.
And that is Sly 2 Band of Thieves, and this is a bit of a detailed credit sequence, so I am probably going to have to be quiet at certain points to let what's on the screen make its mark and or rather say it out loud, but the last world, and especially the final boss, emotions are running high. The narrative is great. I want to hear remixes of the Clockwork Assembly theme. I want a proper boss battle against Clockwork. Like, just falling out of the sky isn't enough, and it felt a bit lackluster. I want to see it properly done, where you've got the Clockwork against Sly on foot, not just stand on the back, hit the bird in the face a bunch of times. At least she was nice enough to return the bottle, right? Carmelita and Neela had the same voice actress. Also, Inspector Carmelita Fox continues to search for Sly Cooper, whose current whereabouts are unknown. Dimitri went on to work as a dance instructor on a cruise ship. No animals were harmed in the creation of this game. Rajan now owns a series of rug outlets across North America as the Carpet King. The Contessa went on to become the most successful real estate broker in the greater Milwaukee area. Jean Besson went on to work for the EPA and ended up frozen yet again on a rescue mission saving baby penguins. But yeah, I want a remix of Clockwork Assembly as the final boss theme. I want to fight Clockwork on foot as Sly. I want a proper boss fight. I don't want a turret section followed by a few whacks with a cane and then a laser grid. It just... But all that said, you've seen everything, you've won. Go outside. I probably should, but I have to wrap up the Let's Play. But all that said, the end of the game being a bit of a letdown. This is still a fantastic game. The way that it all sets up, like, it seems like it's a series of uninterconnected cases at first, but then you get that hint at the start of Jean Besson's world, and then you have it all spelled out for you in Arpeggio's world. That's a great moment, And I'm sad that they never did that again with the other Sly games. Those were all just unconnected cases all over again as well. Like, this was my favorite game of all time, without a doubt, for so long. And even now, it holds up a lot. What feels like filler is just building up time, because like I was saying, and I might not have finished my thought on it, it looks like it's filler in Case 3 of Ace Attorney 1, but it's not. It's giving us important character development time with Maya, and time with Miles Edgeworth as the prosecutor, because it just wouldn't have the same impact if we just skipped straight from Case 2 to Case 4. And I feel like that's the same thing here. Even the second Rajan world, or the first Rajan world really, both of them are important because they give us time to get to know the characters. It gives us time to get to know and rely on Neela, so when she stabs us in the back, it actually leaves an impact on us. It gives us time to get used to winning a lot in the first Jean Bisson world, so that when we're all set for the second one with the Canada Games and we just go, ah yeah, we'll win like always, suddenly no, he catches you. He steals all the Clockwork parts and you have that emotional scene with Murray and all the feeling of failure. Yeah, that's how you get to this little secret area. It all matters. It is a perfectly paced story. Yeah, this wall looks weird, but you can't do anything with it. Although I guess the guard does actually spawn again. Anyhow, even so, that this is a good game. And even though my Let's Play did actually show to me, hey, actually, there are some things in this that I don't like, such as leading Rajan mission, it's still a favorite game of mine. Anyhow, I've got other Let's Plays to go to. I've recorded the entirety of Sly 2 in one day, the remaining of Sly 2 in one day, and I definitely need a break. I've also got new Let's Plays ahead, and who knows what else remains. Also because we unequipped the jump pack, of course. Someday we'll get to finish the Sly trilogy, but it definitely won't be straight away. I don't know what project is following next, whether it'll be another Blast from the Past platformer, or if maybe I'll go to one of my projects that desperately needs to be restarted and finished, please. But right now I just need a break. And so, until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around. And also because I need to prove that it's a thing. The final badge icon is just watching that credit sequence again. Yeah, I don't get why... I know that in Comic Foil's Let's Play I saw that show up on a different episode, but I can't get it to work on any of these, and I don't get why. In fact, there's even things in it. I've actually seen things online saying, hey, there are ones on other episodes as well. But I just couldn't get it to work. Anyway, sorry, I'm wrapping up. Until next time, guys, take care. We'll see you all around.